and George Adam to be followed by Neil Booby. Up to 4 minutes, please.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. And as Mr Johnson says, I'll try and remain positive, but it becomes extremely difficult when you're getting the bile that you're currently getting from the Labour Party, because there seems to be the reality of the situation and the paranoid planet of the Labour Party, which seems to be the situation in this case. The strong economic case for the GARL project, really, is this what the Labour Party are trying to tell us now? A line that was going to have 11 passengers per train. You know, long before the SNP were actually in administration here, the costs were spiralling. It was 140 million to 160 million at one point. Then Tavish Scott then said it was 170 million to 210 million. The costs were constantly moving on. And again, we're talking about 11 passengers per train and also £3.1 million of subsidy every single year. I'd love to actually do that. Unfortunately, Presiding Officer, there isn't enough time in the debate to actually do that. And I've got so much to get through to stop some of the information from Labour. There was also reports made early on that Sinclair Knight Mertz that said only 5 to 6% of passengers in Glasgow Airport would actually use the airport as well. And incidentally, I would say to some members, have you ever tried the bus from Glasgow Airport into the centre of Glasgow? It's very efficient, very quick, gets you there in time. And as always, I would encourage everyone to go to the nearest town and go via Gilmer Street, possibly see what's happening in Paisley. And on that point, let's talk about the positive Paisley aspect of this story, which the Minister already mentioned. The positive Paisley part is the fact that the work that was completed in February 2012 delivered extra capacity to the Glasgow-Paisley corridor, 2 additional peak time services, and also we had instead of the Scottish Government delivering 61 jobs, and GARL at its best was going to only offer 67. So that is what Labour are actually arguing about here. We've managed to make things better for my constituency, move things forward that way as well. But the Scottish Government have been upfront about the cost of cancelling the Glasgow Airport. What exactly are the Labour Party wanting? They cannot be more transparent than everything here, but this is again back to the paranoia of the Labour Party. Desperate are they to try and find something and try to cause trouble at any single. It's pure political mischief. And that is the problem. But the situation is that the public aren't buying it. The public aren't buying into this ideal that they're saying, because they've just got to the stage they can see the desperation in the Labour Party, because GARL was acquired by SPT. Strathclyde Partnership for Transport has changed its name so many times you forget what it is, but since its very inception it has been run by the Labour Party. The Labour Party have done it. Possibly the question we may ask is, why did Labour-controlled SPT buy the land at such a large amount? Unfortunately, I do not have the time. If the Labour Party actually thought more of the debate, they should have maybe used their whole time instead of just putting it into this small part here. We also have the pantomime that has been mentioned before, where the Labour Party leader came into this chamber and accused the First Minister of all types. Not just the First Minister, someone who was not here and could not represent himself, a local businessman who has did jobs and offered jobs and employment for people in my constituency as well. So you have to ask yourself, what is the motivation for the Labour Party? What are they actually trying to achieve here? This is not about them trying to scrutinise the government. This is about the Labour Party trying to actually create something that's not there. Presiding Officer, the information is there, the information is available. Labour Party should stop playing games and should actually join the real world with the rest of us.
Many thanks.